Mike knew that man is a burglar, but his mother told him you have to be silent until we discover if he's or not. Mike went to school with his friend, but after 2 days, school management kicked Mike out because they didn't pay for him. So Mike felt sad and he cried and cried and cried. But an unexpected moment came. When Mike entered the gang building, he saw his father. This is section 2 of The Lost Family. If you didn't watch section 1, I recommend you to watch it to understand the whole story. When she saw the strange man, she got shocked. She didn't know what to do. After she paused, she came back and took Mike, and she immediately left the house by the second door. But they didn't go away. They stayed in front of the house, behind the trees, to know what this strange man looking for. 5 minutes later, they saw that man when he went down the stairs and got 2 bags. Then he left the house. At that time, Julie decided to go to another village to live because she realized their house is not appropriate to live in, and they were confused. Julie asked Mike, "Where should we go? Who will help us in this stormy evening?" He told her, "I know one of my friends. He lives near to the river, and I know he will help us." Julie agreed with him. So they walked until they reached to Novel City. She asked her son, "Where is your friend home?" "I don't know. Let's look for someone to help us," he replied. 5 minutes later, he saw his friend going to school. He shouted, "Novel! Novel!" "Oh, Mike!" he replied. They hugged each other. Then Mike told him the whole story. Then Novel immediately went to his house and told his family the story. They welcomed them. Then Julie asked their permission to stay for a day or two until they find independent home. Novel family agreed. And that moment, Julie asked Mike to go to school with Novel. So they smiled and went together. After 2 days, school management kicked Mike out because they didn't pay for him. So Mike felt sad about that, but he didn't give up. He decided to work and find a new house to live in. In that moment, he went out with his mother to look for a job. While they were walking near to the river, they found an old woman, and Julie said, "Hello, hi, my grandmother." After 5 minutes with talking with her and told her the story, she said, "Oh wow, you are lucky. I've been living here alone 22 years ago. You can live with me to help each other. My husband is dead and my son was kidnapped by the gang 15 years ago, and he just comes to me once a year." After an hour from talking, they went out to discover the village and to find works. While they were walking, the old woman heard someone calling, "My mom, my mom, my mom." "Stop," she left. "Oh, my son, Joe." And Mike was staring at her son. Mike told his mom, "I think I saw he's walking away, but I didn't know where exactly." Julie told Mike, "Maybe you are sick. Let's go home and take a nap. Maybe you suffer from lack of sleep." But Julie thought about what did Mike say, and she was wondering, is he sure? Of course, I saw like he's walking away, but he was wearing a hat. Don't let us judge him directly. I want to see his hand because I saw one of his finger was cut off when he hanged his hands on the door. Julie told Mike, "But you have to be silent. Don't say anything about that man. Let's first discover if he is or not." Mike agreed with his mom. So they slept that night. But when the morning came, Joe came back to gangs. Julie and Mike were interested to know if he's or not. Year after year, they worked together on the same field. One day, Joe came back home. As usual, he will say one day, Mike ran to his mother and told her the story. After they made sure Joe is the burglar, after Mike saw his hands. Fortunately, Joe is forgetful, so he forgot Mike and Jolie faces and forgot what he robbed. But Joe didn't know why Mike and his mother live in his home. When he asked his mother, she told him they were looking for a job, and I gave him a room to live in. After 1 hour, Mike made a friendship with Joe. They talked many hours, but when Joe wanted to go, he noticed Mike sad. He asked him, "What's your concern about? How can I help you?" Mike answered him, "I want to work to be like a man." Joe smiled. "Oh, you, of course. How about to work with me?" Mike ran to his mother and told her. His mother warned him to rob or to steal anything with him because he works with gangs. But Julie asked him to know about his father and brother if they are alive or not. Mike went with him to their building. But an unexpected moment came when Mike entered the building and he saw his father